That's why I died there. Hi, my name is Cam, and this is my no-def run of the original Contra NES. I play this over my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/cakestyle. Now, as Contra as a whole, I think it's a hard game for the most part. Although I think it's kind of like Gradius, where it has like Gradius syndrome, where it's like it's much easier if you don't die with spread shot, which is what I used for basically the majority of this run. Spread shot just has the highest DPS of any weapon, and it's just amazing. You can also hit targets, you know, that's not your direct line of fire, so it really is, like, no question the best weapon in this game. And when you lose your spread shot, it makes it much harder to play the game, in my opinion. But this game doesn't really get too hard until I would say around like base 2 area. Like the first stage jungle is pretty easy. Similar to something like Mega Man 2, like you can if you point blank enemies, you actually do more damage. So it's in your best interest to like point blank stuff wherever you can. Now, as far as the base stages, they're definitely, I think, the weakest stages in Contra, but they're still fun. Most of my resets, I think, happened around base 1, base 2, you know, but they're still fine stages. Like casually, I think they're really good. Although I don't think spread might be the best, at least for the base stages, but it's hard. You can't really route them and not use it, so. I think the stage I reset the most on was definitely jungle, but that's just because, you know, getting on nerves early on and stuff. And I think I had like 4 resets in the final stage. It's a rather short game for the most part, but definitely not easy. Here's the stage 2 boss. Again, this is, if you have spread, the game is like super easy to deal with, right? But you just can't die, so you really have to route correctly. Well, I honestly could have beat this game within 6 hours. I just, you know, sometimes you get lucky with foot soldiers, which I actually think foot soldiers are the hardest enemy in this game by far. The reason why is because I think they're so RNG dependent. Like a lot of these sprays that I'm doing here is just to like watch out for foot soldiers and like try to get them as they spawn or before they spawn. The worst ones though are the ones that shoot like on your bottom half, so like you can't duck, you actually have to jump over them. Those are the worst ones. It's just, yeah, the RNG on them can definitely make or break some runs, especially in Snowfield, like especially the final 3 areas for sure. They're really the worst. Overall, Waterfall is actually a really easy stage. You get an invincibility thing, which I actually used 3 times in a run. There's like, I think 4 spots with it, but I only use it 3 times. Yeah, I just, again, I spray and make sure there's no more foot soldiers spawning. I think this game, though, I think for most people, like, being this game with Konami code, I feel like that's good enough. If you can beat with the Konami code, though, I feel like you could be able to 1cc it. And if you can 1cc it, I think you could definitely no miss it. Now we're on to base 2. Yeah, base 2 overall is, at least I'm like consistently getting to last stage. Like, I don't think I've gotten to the last stage in like same stream twice. But at least it's like, it's at least getting really consistent. Yeah, there was a lot of streams I was doing where I wasn't even getting to last stage. I was just, you know, maybe Snowfield or something. But I definitely got a lot more consistent towards the end of the runs for this game. But without a doubt, though, Contra is like a top 5 NES game for me. No doubt. It's just, you know, good control, everything. How you aim, how the game's functions is just good. It's a little short. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But you know, it's like a shmup in my opinion. You know, you don't want these kind of games to be long. This one's kind of hard because you have to jump in order to hit it. Oh, I think I got lucky there. I should have died there. I make sure to also avoid the power-ups. Because you don't want any other power up, you know, because they just make the game harder. That would be interesting though, to beat this game with no spread shot. That would be an interesting challenge, like no def, no spread shot. But I would like to do probably Super C after this. Like this boss is a lot harder if you don't have spread shot. Especially with these bubbles. I think base 2 is where, like, casually this game like starts to get really tough. Now Snowfield might be my least favorite stage, just in terms of like how often, like, you know, you reset. That was sketch. Yeah, that's pretty scary right there. I had a lot of resets in Snowfield, mostly due to the foot soldiers because of where they're spawning. Because this is the first stage where they actually start shooting, so you really gotta watch your ass here. And also make sure not to pick up any power-ups because you can get like laser and fire here. A little screen nuke is pretty good to get. I know Konami likes to do that with a lot of their NES games. Like Castlevania has that as well. The cross you can get. Usually these little tanker things, they're pretty hard if you don't have spread shot, but if you bring machine or spread shot into this, it's pretty easy. This is also done without auto fire. I feel like in like Contra, because of machine, you don't the machine gun power up. I feel like it's kind of cheating to use turbo, because the game is balanced without it. So. And here, I know it looks like I'm, you know, just spreading for no reason, but like, the reason why I do that is just so I can kill any foot soldiers that spawn. Because they like to spawn in those areas, and it's hard to deal with them. I got really lucky there to dodge back down. So yeah, I would say in a given run, there's probably about 20% RNG. Most of it is just raw skill though. if you're just good at the game, you don't have to worry about it. But there's probably about 20% that goes either way, either positive or negative RNG. Alright, time for Energy Zone. Now, Energy Zone, in my opinion, is probably one of the easiest stages outside of the first stage, because of a invincibility power-up you get early on. It makes it really easy. So it's also a really short stage overall. Just for the first times I actually got lag. Honestly, for an early kind of NES title, this game doesn't lag at all. It's pretty incredible. I make sure to duck there too, so you don't know how what the timer is on that when you enter it. Right here you get the invincibility, and basically the rest of the stage is basically free. I didn't know about that. If I knew about that, like, when I first played this game when I was a kid, like, this would definitely be a easy stage. But yeah, it basically cuts out half the stage. Then you get this this boss. Kind of reminds me of that boss in Battletoads, like in the elevator shaft. Okay. Except for stage 7. Now stage 7 is another stage which is like, you really want to bring your spread shot here. Mostly because of there's a lot of like those like barriers you have to shoot down, and they really do a number to your fingers or thumb. If you don't have it. I got really lucky there. Out of that foot soldier. At least it didn't shoot, which is good. And I also collect that invincibility. Now here, you can go with the bottom path. I prefer to go top path. You do get a tricky jump you have to cross over, but I prefer to go in the bottom path. It's just way harder going bottom path. But yeah, these barriers, they're not really hard, it's just more you have to mash and you have to watch out for foot soldiers. Right there, I got really unlucky with foot soldiers. I'm surprised this was actually the run to make it to the end. Just considering how many spawned. This boss is pretty easy. You can hug the door here if you want to do that route. I prefer just to kind of play it safe and just, hey, CJ, let's see. Take out the bomb turrets. Alright, time for Alien's Lair, last stage. Now, Alien's Lair is actually pretty easy, in my opinion. The only really hard part is the final boss, especially with RNG. You also get another invincibility, that bottom air balloon thing. It also gives you spread, so if if you're doing this game casually, you can pick up a spread shot as well, which help with these little fuzzy combo things. Kinda reminds me of like what's it called? Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Those are like fuzzy, touch fuzzy, get dizzy. I make sure to take out that eye, and then I just basically point blank here. Whenever they come down, I just shoot up, and then boom, shoot a real human heart. Fuck yeah! Let's go! Oh, that's the game! Finally! Oh my god. Finally, dude, it's done. Now it resets.